No, actually, what I'm implying is, what I'm saying is that I'm saying that something outside of time, space, and matter must have started time.
Okay, so if you're going to say that, then you have to admit that any of the science that we have cannot describe that. So you cannot speak about the causes, because that makes no sense.
Well, we're trying to figure out what cause.
If
I could answer your question, we're trying to figure out. We're talking about this whole concept of time, matter, and space, right? That's what we're talking about. And you just said that in order to figure out time, in order to figure out the Big Bang, you're saying that's not a relevant question because in order to figure out a cause, there must have been time before that.
Right.
I understand exactly what you're saying. So then the question becomes, what I was saying is that something outside of that must have started this whole time. Because time is irrelevant if it's always been going.
Yes.
You understand that? So time is totally irrelevant if there has always been time.
Right.
So we can't judge time if there's always been time.
No. Doesn't time have a beginning? Like, isn't time fall under the umbrella of everything, which also has to have a beginning according to the laws?
Exactly right. Which is my point. There couldn't have always been time for time to start.
So what happened before time?
That's the whole point. There was no time.
Okay, so what happened before then?
Well, that's the point. This is the philosophical circle. What we're doing here is we're trying to figure out what happened. What we're trying to figure out is, before time, what was there?
But you built some knowledge, proclaimed knowledge of a circular argument.
How so?
That can't be, because you yourself said that this can't be proven, it can't be confirmed, yet you confounded another forward towards the knowledge off of this unprovable law of causality.
This is not my law.
It's what you
This is philosophical law.
Those are your words.
No, but everything that I wrote here, you're a philosophy major, are you not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this law of causality is not by Andrew Smelly. This is a law of causality by philosophers.
But who wrote it on the board?
I did.
So how is it not by you?
Well, he didn't make it out. Okay, hang on a second. So if I write E equals MC squared, is that by me or is that by Albert Einstein?
By you. You wrote it.
Well, I think, for the sake of time, because it's almost 9. Here's the issue. I think that a lot of the stuff that we look at today, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you as well. A lot of the things that we spoke about today, obviously, are heated topics. This is not something that's new. I think the issue here is that everything I'm bringing up to you today is not some out of my mind, all of a sudden new theory. So the question becomes is, you seem like you have something to say.
Yes, I think that the problem here is that your interpretations are a little bit off. Because I can pick any random point. You just point that. I'll make an argument against it. For example, you talk about
the opposite of true is false.
No. For example,
you said you wanted to pick something.
No, that's logic. After that, I mean, you change. Okay, for example,
let me go over this again. So what we reviewed was simply this: truth about reality is knowable. Do you believe that?
Yes.
What does that mean? I'm having a hard time.
Wait, let him go.
But I think we can go at I can go on 2 different things here.
No, he needs more attention.
The question is, you don't believe truth about reality is knowable.
I just don't know what that means. I don't know what you even imply when you make that statement of that nature. It's very ominous and ambiguous.
Ominous.
It's ambiguous.
Why? How could something that is truth be ominous?
I don't know. I'm asking for an explanation.
But you just said it's ominous.
But I'm asking for you. You're answering a question with a question.
He doesn't
you see,
but
you're not.
You've just judged what I wrote as ominous. So therefore, you made a statement that this is ominous. So therefore, how can this be ominous without it being ominous to you and being your truth?
So what about the ambiguous part? You're not going to analyze that?
No. We can go there too. But I'm asking you to explain that part.
But I'm asking you a question first. Isn't it respectful to answer this?
Okay. But maybe what we can do, do we want to continue this or do we?
Yes.
Let's examine this. about reality is noble. Noble. The question is, how so? That is what you're asking, right?
No, I'm asking what you mean when you make that statement.
What does noble means?
Reality?
I want you to define the terms just for my clarification.
Sure.
I don't know if
Okay.
everyone else here.
All right, so let's talk about. Okay. The example I gave before was like a bank teller giving you money.
I don't want an example. I want just clarification. These analogies just only convolute your message.
I think that the first sentence, what it means is that, like for example, if you're observing something in
I don't think he wants examples.
I just want you to define the terms.
He doesn't want examples. He wants.
Because they're just analogies that just don't really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to do, but he doesn't want that.
I just want you to define the terms. That's simple. I want you to write a definition for truth, a definition for reality, a
That
definition for
anything that is real, you can explain it, and I think that's what it's telling.
But I don't think he agrees with that.
I think he wants you to define each term. So like.
That's what I've been. So I'm glad you understand what I'm saying.
So you want a dictionary?
I got the dictionary.
No, I don't want a dictionary. I didn't ask you a dictionary. I asked you to explain the term. I asked you to clarify that statement. You're putting words in my mouth. She seems to understand what I'm asking. I don't know why. I don't know how to articulate it in any better way.
I can look it up to give you a precise definition.
But you had a very distinct meaning when you wrote it the initial time.
Well, I can give you one right now.
I actually understand his confusion because I actually had trouble interpreting it as well.
Thank you.
I mean, I believe everybody has a different reality, and the way that we perceive reality. I believe that everybody has a different reality.
Don't tell me.
No, I totally understand what he's saying.
I can only hold this thing up so long.
About reality.
Here's the thing, in response to what you just said, you pointed out something very important. That you said everyone has a different perception of reality.
Okay.
And that's the key thing here. This is why we